Hi, I'm Erin, and this is cardio toning. We're going to start with a gentle warm-up, slowly taking up our intensity level, then we'll shift into our cardio portion. After that, we're going to slow it down some and go into our toning portion. At the end, we'll do some balance and some gentle stretching. I'm going to give you some water breaks, but also I encourage you to take more breaks if you need it to ensure you're staying hydrated throughout your workout. Also, please listen to your body and set your own intensity level. If you're feeling pain from a movement we're doing, I encourage you to either modify the movement or stop doing it entirely. During our cardio portion, you can always just walk in place or step side to side if a movement is not working for you. And remember, you can always stop the video and come back later if you need a break. We're not going to have any music playing during this, so I encourage you to put some of your favorite tunes on and just enjoy those at your own pace. It's okay if you're not going at the same speed as me, as long as your movements are slow and controlled in our toning portion. Okay, we're going to get started with our warm-up. So we're going to start with a gentle walk to start. Make sure you're breathing throughout our workout. Now we're going to step side to side. You can start to move those arms a little bit too, getting everything warmed up for our workout. Next, we're going to reach our arm across our body, just like this. Join me now. A nice slow stretch to start. Remember, it's okay if you're not going at the same pace as me if you want to move to your music instead. Start to reach out a little longer. Maybe you push up off your toes a little bit. Now we're going to reach up overhead like this. Join me now. Nice and high. Now you're going to bend your elbow, take it in front of your face, just like this. You starting to feel those shoulders warm up a little bit? Remember to keep breathing throughout our workout, especially as it gets more intense. You might forget to breathe, and I want you to keep breathing in and out the whole time. It can be through your nose, your mouth, whatever is comfortable for you. We're going to take our arms down, just a little gentle movement side to side. Keep tapping those toes. Remember, you can set your own intensity level. If this isn't intense enough for you, I encourage you to pick up the pace Add a little more springiness to your step, maybe even a little more impact. If you'd like to come up off the floor a little bit, or you can sink a little lower to get into those leg muscles a little bit more. Now you're going to do a bicep curl, pointing each way. Let's take it back to our march. As you get warmer, feel free to pick up the pace a little bit, add a little springiness to your step. We're going to reach up and down. Now I want you to open and close your arms. Think strong arms here. Really engage those muscles. This is going to help warm everything up. Now we're going to take it up and down. Just from your shoulders up over your head. Now you're going to take your hands at shoulder level and just press out and bring it in. Think about pressing through your palms. You might feel those chest muscles start to engage now. Arms down and let's march it out. Getting a little bit more vigorous now as we're warming up. Next, we're going to warm up that neck a little bit, so come to a stop. We're going to start with side to side, turning to your right. Nice slow motion, not jerking anything in your neck. One more side to side. Next, you're going to take your chin down to your chest and then come back up to face me. Nice and slow. One more. Now you're going to take your head over towards your shoulder and just hold. And the other side. Next, we're going to roll our head just around the front. And back to your other side. Give me one more roll like that. Nice job. Now we're going to roll our shoulders back as we come back to our march. One more this direction. Now take your shoulders to the front. Nice job. Now we're going to circle our arms back, nice and gentle as we warm up those shoulders. Bring your arms up to your shoulder height and just give me some slow, big circles. Now take it to the back. Are your shoulders feeling warm now? One more. Let's go back to our march. We're going to keep warming up, but this time we're going to focus a little more on the legs with some knee lifts. Join me now. Nice and gentle at first. As you start to feel warmer, you can take them a little bit higher, get those arms involved. You're doing great. One more each side. Now you're going to do a hamstring curl, taking your heel towards the back. Bringing those elbows back, squeezing your shoulder blades together, warming up our backs. Keep breathing. One more each side. Okay, next we're going to go into some squats. If you have any knee problems, I don't want you to go all the way down. I just want you to come here, engage those muscles, and come right back up. If you can go all the way down, I'm going to turn to the side to show you proper form. So, you always want your knees to stay behind your toes, and you want to think about sitting back as if you were sitting in a chair. In fact, if you'd like to practice your squats with a chair, that's a great way to ensure that you have proper form and you also have some support there in case you have trouble coming back up. So, we're going to sit back into our squat and come back up. Don't worry about how low you're going down. If you come to here, that's fine. Just think about sitting to the back, keeping those knees back. I'm going to turn to face you, but you still focus on sitting to the back. You're doing great. Keep breathing. You can inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Remember to keep sitting back into it. Watch those knees. One more like this. Now you're going to take your legs a little wider, turn the toes out, but remember to still sit back. Make sure your knees go in the same direction as your toes. They don't have to be out very wide. So you're going to come down and back up. I hope everything is feeling very warm now. Remember to keep breathing. Give me 5 more like this. One more, and then we're going to go back to our march. Now that we're warmed up, feel free to take it a little faster. You can even take it to a jog if that feels comfortable for you. Just be mindful of the surface you're on. Okay, we're gonna take our legs a little wider, but we're gonna stay with that marching motion. Don't forget to keep breathing. If you'd like, you can pick your knees up a little bit higher to increase your intensity level. Remember, you don't ever want to be out of breath. You may be breathing a little bit heavier with your heart rate elevated, but you never want to be struggling to breathe or feeling lightheaded. If you feel any of those things, please slow it down to a march or have a seat and take a rest. Bring it into the center. We're going to stop here for a moment to get a water break. So you can pause the video, take as long as you need to go get your water. Maybe you also want to have a towel for any sweat you have or a fan to keep you cool. Okay, you can restart now, or if you already finished your drink, we're going to get right back to it. Next, we're going to take our feet wide and then narrow again, just like this. Remember, you can set your own pace based on the music you're listening to. Keep breathing. You can either stay at this pace here, or if you'd like to take your intensity up a little bit more, we can do some fast feet with a faster movement. So as fast as you comfortably can. Keep breathing. A little bit more. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to that march in the center. Take a minute, catch your breath if you're a little short of breath. Let's inhale up, exhale down. Okay, we're gonna do that out and in motion again, but this time from your other side. Let's go. Out and in. A little slower to start. You can pace it to your music. If you're feeling good, you can increase that tempo a little bit now. Remember to keep breathing. If you're feeling good and you'd like to take it to fast feet, you can join me now. Otherwise, just stay with this moderate tempo. Let's go. Keep breathing. You got this. Hang in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to that march. Slow it down a little. Catch your breath. Let's inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Just give me a nice moderate tempo march for now. You can get those arms involved if you want to take the intensity level higher. Okay, next we're going to lift a knee and tap back with the other foot. Join me whenever you're ready. So focus first on the knee and tap back, and when you're feeling good about that, you can add those arms in. If you're feeling good, you can exaggerate those movements a little bit, but watch that front knee to make sure it's not going past the toe and risking damaging your knee. If you're feeling really good and you'd like to add a hop, that will take your intensity level up too. Really get those arms going now. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, back to our march. Nice inhale and exhale. Now we're going to do the other side. Lift up, tap back. So get the legs first, and then when you're comfortable with that, you can add in some arms to get everything moving. Remember, if you want to increase intensity, you can add a hop and you can exaggerate that step back into a lunge as long as you are careful with your knees. You're doing great. Keep breathing. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to march. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Next, we're going to take it to a V-step. So you're going to step forward, forward, back, back. Just get the legs for now, and then we're going to add in some arms. Let's add arms. Up, up, down, down. If this feels like a lot on your shoulders, bend the elbows and just move your arms up and down. If you're feeling good, you can pick up that pace, match it to your music, to what feels comfortable for you. Remember, you can always add a little spring in your step. You can always get a little lower. Those are easy ways to take your intensity level higher. We're going to do 4, 3, 2, moving into the other side. So nice and slow. Once you feel comfortable, you can add those arms either up and down or at your chest. If you're feeling good, take it faster. Remember, you can go down lower, and you can hop up a little bit more with some springiness in your step. Give me 4, 3, 2, back to that march now. If you need a sip of water, this is a good time to pause the video and grab a sip. Keep breathing. Feel free to take it to a jog here if you'd like a higher intensity move. Okay, next we're going to step out to each side. If you're feeling good about it, pick up the pace. If you're comfortable doing jumping jacks, feel free to shift to those instead. Otherwise, I encourage you to keep tapping. Take those arms up and down. You'll still be getting that heart rate up in a low impact way. Take your arms to your sides, just do the legs, give those arms a little break. Okay, now I want you to take the legs more to the front, and you can take your arm across your chest or even up above your head if that's feeling comfortable on your shoulders. So we're tapping our toes front right now. Think about doing your elbow out to the side a little bit, like you're giving a little nudge to somebody standing next to you. Maybe they came a little bit too close and you need to tell them to back off. Feel free to take this a little faster if you'd like to increase your intensity. Now we're going to switch it from a toe tap to a heel tap. So similar motion, but this time it's your heel. If you're feeling good, arms in front, working those shoulders and chest. If you're feeling really good, you can hop foot to foot. Just watch those high impact moves because they can be hard on your knees and back. Take those arms down, give them a rest. You can just have them hang at your sides or put them on your hips if that's more comfortable. Feel free to add a little springiness or a hop here to increase your intensity. Okay, we're going to take it back to our march. Keep breathing. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Maybe you have a towel to wipe away any sweat you have going on, especially if it's the summer right now. Remember, you can take this to a jog if you want to increase your intensity level. We're going to throw a few punches next, so I want you to take your stance a little bit wider. And we're going to start just straight on, right at me. Don't worry, you're not really going to hit me. Make sure you're tapping that toe, moving side to side. If you want more intensity, come down a little lower as you move side to side with a little bob and weave type motion. So I want you to stretch out with your punches, but do not lock out that elbow. Just give me a nice, moderately powerful punch. Okay, next you're going to punch towards the corners. We're not going to turn all the way because I don't want you twisting your feet if you're on carpet. But you can go to the corners of your room. Keep tapping those toes as you shift side to side. Remember not to lock out that elbow, but think about putting a little power behind that punch. Next, we're going to take it to a hook. So you're going to come with a bent elbow. Think about powering it from your hips and core more than from your arms. So you're going to be shifting side to side as you punch. Think about having that arm parallel with the ground, up at shoulder height. Keep breathing. Next, we're going to go into some uppercuts. You're going to come down and up. I want you to think about using your legs and your hips to help power this, as well as your core. You can use a little bicep to add power, but I want you to make this a full body movement. So make sure you get your lower body and core involved. So you can be going to the side, you can be going into the center, as long as you're shifting and tapping those toes. You're doing great. Keep breathing. Remember to use those hips to help you. A couple more, then we're going to go into a speed bag. So arms are up above your head, and you're just taking your hands in a circle as fast as you can. Keep them far enough away from your face that you're not in danger of hitting yourself. Think about engaging those arm muscles, and if you'd like, you can also move your legs to get your intensity level higher. You can just march in place, you can do a little jog, a little step side to side, whatever's comfortable for you. Just watch that face. Okay, fast as you can with the hands, keeping them away from your face. Think about tightening up everything, your arms, your core. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms down, back to our march. Catch your breath. Let those arms rest for a second because we're about to move into our toning portion. Keep breathing. Okay, this would be a good time to pause the video, get yourself a sip of water, and you can grab some dumbbells if you have them. They should be light, maybe around 2 or 3 pounds. Or if you have something that can stand in for them, cans of soup, water bottles, anything that's small and easy to hold in your hands. Make sure it's the same weight in each hand. You can also do this without weights and just use your mind to engage your muscles without the added weight there. It helps if you make a fist and just really think about which muscles you're engaging. Okay, get your weights, get a sip of water, and we're gonna start our toning segment. Okay, do you have your weights or something to stand in for them? Remember, you don't want to go too heavy. Probably the maximum you would want to do is 5 pounds unless you're already regularly working with weights on your own. At any time, you can always set down your weights or slow down your movements if it feels too intense. You never want to be jerking your weights around or using momentum to help you because that's how you can get injured, and it's not going to be as useful for building and maintaining your muscle. Okay, we're going to start with some simple bicep curls. So arms are at your sides, right in near your torso, palms are facing towards me, and we're going to slowly curl it up, nice and slow on the way down. Going slow on the way down means you have to resist gravity, which is going to help you build muscle too. Make sure you're breathing. It can be good to exhale as you're doing the big muscle movement and inhale as you're releasing. Remember, no matter how fast your music is, we need to keep our movements slow and controlled. Maybe you put on some slower songs during this portion of the class. Give me 3 more curls like this. One more. Nice job. Now we're going to go into some tricep kickbacks. I'm going to turn to the side to show you the motion, but you can stay facing me. So I'm going to bend my knees a little bit. Sit back into it, kind of like we did with our squats. You start with your arms at your side, elbows bent, and you're going to straighten those arms and rebend the elbows. So you should feel the work happening as you straighten in the back of your arms. Make sure you come back nice and slow, and you're not coming all the way through to a bicep curl, you're just bringing it back to your sides. Let's keep going. Keep breathing. Think about tightening that core to support your back. Remember, it's the straightening that's our important motion here, so really focus on that, especially if you're not holding any weights. One more kickback. And we're going back to those bicep curls. Take it up with me now. So we're doing what's called a superset here, where we're alternating the bicep exercise and the tricep exercise because they're a complementary muscle pair, and you always want to work them together to make sure that one does not get stronger than the other. Make sure you're breathing. Remember, you can exhale as you lift the weights and inhale as you release them. but go nice and slow on the way down. You're doing great. Keep breathing. One more curl. And we're taking it to our kickbacks. So set up that position, nice tight in your core. Knees are bent. Take those arms to your sides. Let's go. Straighten and bend. Watch those shoulders. You don't want to be tensing up. Just keep them down away from your ears. Nice and slow. If it feels too intense to do both sides at once, you can alternate. One more. Nice job. Back to biceps. Nice slow lift. Lowering them with control. Remember, if your weights start to feel too heavy, I want you to put them down, switch to something lighter, or do it with empty hands. It's good to challenge yourself, but you don't want to injure yourself. Always make sure you're moving with control. One more. Okay, back to our kickbacks. Bend those knees, engage that core. Let's straighten our arms. Remember not to tense up in those shoulders. Keep that core tight. Two more. Last one. Back to our biceps. You can keep a slight bend in your knees so you're not locking them. I hope you're feeling it by now. If it feels too easy, maybe you want to try a heavier weight next time. One more. Don't forget to breathe. And kickbacks. Straighten and bend. This is our last set of these exercises. Remember, slow, controlled motion. Keep breathing. One more. Next, we're going to get into some chest and back exercises. We're going to start with chest. So keep that nice stance, knees slightly bent to support you. You're going to take your arms in front of your chest. Weights are right in front of your face with elbows bent. You're going to open up and close. Open and close. Don't forget to breathe. Two more. Last one. Now I'm going to turn to the side to show you what we're doing. We're going to bend those knees, that same sort of stance that we use for our tricep kickbacks, but this time we're going to be working our back. So you're going to start with your arms slightly away from your body at the sides, and you're going to pull your elbows back and then forward again. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. Keep breathing. Watch that neck and shoulders. You're doing great. One more. Nice job. We're going back to that chest exercise. So start in front of your chest and we're going to open and close. Remember, nice and slow. I know we want to get these over with to get that work out of the shoulders, but we're going to move slowly with control. Really focus on your chest. Okay, we're going to come down to those wide rows again. Bend your knees, tighten that core, and let's take our elbows back and forward. Remember to think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. Make sure you have a nice, solid stance here so you don't get off balance. Keep breathing. 3 more. Nice job. Back to chest. We got 2 more sets. Let's open and close. Make sure to keep that slight bend in your knees. Remember to keep those movements slow and controlled, and keep breathing. 1 more. And back to our wide rows. Tighten up that core to protect your back. Two more. Back to chest for our last set. Keep breathing. Keep moving with control. Remember, you can always put your weights down if it starts to feel like too much or if you can't maintain proper form to our back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. It's always better to do a lighter weight with proper form than to do a heavier weight with poor form. You're doing great. 3 more, then we're going to move on to shoulders. Okay, for our shoulders, we're going to do a set of several exercises 2 times through. We're going to start with front raises. We're going to do 1 arm at a time so that you need to use your core to stabilize yourself. You're going to lift up to shoulder height and slowly lower with control. We're only doing 5 reps per exercise with this one, or if you want to count it as 10, because it's 5 each side. Remember, lower it with control. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. 1 more each side. Next, we're moving into lateral raises. Arms are at your sides. You're going to take it up to shoulder height and then back down, 1 side at a time. Let's go. Nice, slow, controlled movement all the way up and all the way down. You might feel your core working to stabilize your body. One more each side. Okay, next we're going to take it into some upright rows. So bring your weights together in front of you, and you're going to bend your elbows to take it straight up, nice and slow on the way down. Keep breathing. One more. Okay, arms up with your elbows about chest or shoulder height, And you're gonna turn your hands as you take the weights overhead and then slowly palms back to face you as you come down. Give me 4 more. Nice and slow. Last one of these. Now we're going to go into some rear delt flies. So I'm going to turn to the side to show you your proper form. So like with our tricep kickbacks and our rows, you want to bend your knees, tighten that core. This time you start with your weights together in the center, and you're going to bring them out to the sides, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Nice and slow. Give me 4 more. One more. Okay, we're going to go through that whole sequence one more time, starting with our front raises, one arm at a time. Let's go. Nice and slow, especially on the way down. Try to stay stable and not shift side to side. This sort of stabilization exercise should also help you with your balance. One more each side. After this, we've got our lateral raises where we're going to be taking it out to the sides, one at a time, starting with this arm. Let's go. Our shoulders are very delicate, so if you feel like your weight is getting too heavy for you to keep proper form, I encourage you to put it down. One more each side. Try not to tilt side to side. Nice job. At the center, lift it up and bend those elbows. Upright rows. Nice and slow on the way down. You're doing great. One more like this, and then we're going to bend over and do our flies. So remember, set up that stance, core nice and tight, and you're going to open, squeezing shoulder blades together, nice and slow on the way down. It's okay if your elbows are bent. One more. Okay. Palms facing towards you. As you lift, you're going to turn them away. Let's go. Lift and slowly lower with control. One more. Okay, we're going to finish with some twists side to side. If you have any back problems, I encourage you to skip this segment. So you're going to take your weights as you twist your upper half. If it's too intense with the weights, I encourage you to put the weights down. Keep breathing. One more like this. And now you're going to bend your knees a little bit, and we're going to take it side to side. Nice controlled motion. You should feel it in the side of your body. You should not be feeling any pain in your back. If this is hurting your back, please stop doing it or check your form. You just want to be moving side to side, not forward or back. Keep breathing. Just 2 more. Nice job. Roll your shoulders back. Pause here to put your weights down and get a sip of water. Welcome back. If you feel like the toning portion wasn't enough for you, I encourage you to rewind and do it 2 or 3 times until you feel like you got enough work in your arms. We're moving on to balance and stretching now. So our first balance move, we're going to be coming up on our toes. I encourage you to work with a chair or a wall or any other object next to you that you can hold on for stability. So we're going to start with your feet facing straight on towards me. You're just going to push up and then hover over the floor without coming all the way down. So really think about engaging those calves. Every time you come up, try not to touch the ground. 3 more, and then we're going to hold at the top. Last one. Come up and hold as high as you can. If you'd like an extra challenge, I encourage you to take your arms above your head. You can put them on your head or just hold straight up. Keep holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Shake out those legs. Now you're going to point your toes out to the sides, and we're going to do the same thing. So you're going to start by coming up and down, trying to keep those heels off the ground. Let's go. Feel free to put your arms out to the sides to help with balance or to hold on to something. Really squeeze at the top. 2 more. Now up and hold. Really squeeze as high up as you comfortably can get. And if you'd like an extra challenge, take those arms up. Keep squeezing. Think about tightening that core as well to help you balance. You may want to focus on an unmoving object in front of you. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Shake out those legs. We have 1 more to go. You're going to point the toes towards each other. This is the most difficult one, so you may want to have something nearby to hold on to. Let's lift. Remember to squeeze at the top. Try not to let those heels come to the ground. You're doing great. 3 more. 1 more. Now up and hold. Really squeeze up there at the top. And if you can, arms up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Shake those legs out. Now we're going to practice standing on 1 leg. So you're going to lift your right knee first. Just lift up. Arms can be at your sides, at your chest, out, up, whatever's comfortable for you. If you'd like an extra challenge, I encourage you to close your eyes. I'll let you know when it's time to come down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Let's do the other side. Lift it up. If you're feeling good, close those eyes. Keep breathing. Use that core to help you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, we're going to be lifting our arms along with our leg. So I want you to start by lifting the same side as your leg. Lift up and hold. Feel free to close your eyes if you're feeling stable. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down, readjust, other side, lift it up. Close those eyes if you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're still going to lift an arm, but we're going to be moving it around. So lift up, find your balance. If you can, take it down through the center. Lift it back up, down to the side. Don't forget to keep breathing. Lift it back up. Now gently circle it towards the back. Bring it back up and bring it down. Let's do that same thing on the other side. Start by lifting it up. Now if you can, take it down through the center. Back up, down to the side, back up, to the back, back up, and bring it down. Nice job. If you have space in your home, I want you to do a heel-toe walk. So I'm going to start a little bit back from you. You place one foot, other foot, heel comes right to your toe. I don't want you to look down. I want you to look straight ahead. It's okay if you're not looking at the video. I'm going to tell you what to do. So, other foot comes in front. Step forward. One more time. Hold here. Now we're going to take it backward. So that same foot comes back behind. Toe should be right up against your heel. Next leg back. And step once more each side. Hold here. Arms up. Bring them back down. Now I want you to switch your feet, and we're going to do that again. So, heel-toe walk forward. If you'd like an extra challenge, look side to side as you go. You can also look up and down. One more step forward. Hold here. Let's take it back. Remember not to look down at your feet unless you're doing an up-down motion to challenge yourself. You can also look side to side. Stop here, hold, arms up. Gently release. Nice job. Next, you're going to take one leg forward, the other leg back. Front knee is bent behind the toe. Back leg is straight. Find some stability and stretch in here. You can push through your back heel to get a little stretch in your calf. If you're feeling good, you can take your arms to your chest and even up above your head. If you do not have back problems, you can take a gentle back bend here by looking up towards the ceiling or sky. Arms come back down. You're going to step that back leg forward a bit. Front toe comes up. Hands are on your thigh, the thigh of your bent knee. Feel a nice stretch in the back of your straight leg. Okay, bend both knees. Slowly round up through your back. The last thing to come up is your head. We're going to do that on the other side. So, front knee is bent, back leg is straight. pushing through that back heel. Make sure your knee does not go past the toe. If you're feeling stable, you can take your arms up above your head. If that last back bend felt comfortable for you, feel free to take another now. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, come on out of that stretch. Back leg comes slightly in, front toe comes up. Rest those hands on your thigh. Keep breathing through this stretch. Bend both knees, one hand on each thigh. Gently round up through your back. The last thing to come up is your head. We're going to go back down and gently round up through that back. One more time, just like that. Okay, I want you to come back down into this position, but you're going to take your arm and get a nice little shoulder stretch here, stirring the pot. Remember to sit back into your heels. Switch arms. Okay, hands on your thighs, gently round up. I want you to widen your stance, and we're gently going to shift side to side, sitting back into it, getting a nice stretch in our legs. Remember not to take that knee too far forward. Pausing here. Now shift to the other side. Pause here. Okay, I want you to stagger your legs. You're going to bend both knees. Watch that front knee to make sure it does not go past your toe. And I want you to tilt your hips forward. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I mean. You're going to tilt, and you should feel a stretch right in your quadriceps here on the front of your back thigh. Okay, come on out of it. Switch sides. We're going to do the same thing. So bend both knees. Make sure that knee is not past the toe. Tilt your hips forward to get a stretch right here. Gently come up out of it. Feel free to take a gentle walk or step tap if that feels good to you, or you can just stand in place. We're going to take an arm across the chest. You can hold here at your forearm or at your tricep. Do not hold at your elbow. Think about taking that shoulder down. You don't want to scrunch it up towards your ear. Maybe you just shift your weight side to side. I hope you have some nice soothing music on for this part of our class. Switch arms. So keeping that shoulder down, take it across. And you can hold at the forearm or the tricep. Take it down. Now you're going to take one arm overhead, opposite arm gently on top of the elbow. You don't want to be pushing it down. Just get a gentle stretch here. Relax those shoulders, relax that neck. You should feel this stretch in the back of your arm right here. Switch sides. Okay, let's stretch out that neck. So take it towards your shoulder. And other side. Now we're gently going to turn it side to side. Nice and slow. Now take it down to your chest and then back up to me. One more time like that. Give me a gentle roll, only in the front. Take it back over. Nice job. We're going to inhale up. Roll our wrists to come down. Feel free to go back over any of those stretches if you feel like you need it a little bit more. Roll your wrists down. Now you're going to inhale up. Hands together. Blow a nice breath out for me as you bring them down the center. Thank you so much for joining me for this workout today. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you feel good about having done something nice for yourself today. Take care, stay safe and healthy.